fabulous. Hit my people off with the flow that be marvelous. My whole clique victorious. Taking no prisoners with us, straight up warriors. When I feel it, then I know you be feeling so glorious. Then we blitz and reminisce on my people notorious. We really wanna party like that. Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me.
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. It's that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in the she's a made of beat. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my they say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I released my soul, now they taking pictures. Eyes on the prize, it's my life soda. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries to the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She breaks into me like an athlete. She took with the G's, then she know it. Yeah. It's eyes on the prize. I can't live life in disguise.
Now from the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden Studios, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. Here's the rookie Allen Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bennett. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know They want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. To the air with McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. That's Pearson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Here's McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And now an audible here into something else. Now a handoff up the middle. Pearson stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This defense for the Browns, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Peterson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
I'm like, oh shit, snap. Yeah.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Slot man moves right. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep. And a give to Robinson. And he loses the football a second time. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Man, I didn't even run commit. Come on.
Can't even pass. yards and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
47 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now first and goal. Couple of nice
My God, he's only ran it with Bijan. What a bluff.
I mean, they're getting substantial yards, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
I got picked, dude. That should be offensive pass interference.
His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. We're down in this part of the field.
That should literally be offensive pass interference.
Right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes.
Second down and 3. Throwing is McCarthy. And this one will be intercepted. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day.
Triangle's open.
A lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Silverman. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. From the gun on 3rd down. Silverman. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be
Let's go. Can't pass, dude. What a bum. What happened? Oh, no, I'm not going to touch it. I'm not.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Pearson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Up the middle they go. Bennett. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bennett. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. On play action. Now McCarthy rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Wide open.
That's exactly where I knew he was going to throw it.
Near the 30-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
What? Dude, let me fucking switch stick to the right fucking guy. My God, I fucking switched stick 4 fucking times, and not once did it go to the guy that I wanted it to be on. That is insane.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's able to
God.
get down to the 2-yard line.
I'm playing the pass, dude. I am actually such a shitter.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Robinson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Browns have taken the lead. Point after try forthcoming. And he's got it. It's
Fortunately, I suck worse.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a handoff up the middle. Pearson, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space.
No, they haven't done him. They haven't done shit.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
That was a little wonky. I'll take it.
Play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw. Silverman over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Finding room at midfield.
And finally marked down
Really?
at the 42-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. Rodgers brings it in. Down the left
Oh my
sideline.
God, there's no way. Are you fucking kidding me?
Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns come right out of the
That's
line.
more ridiculous than the touchdown I had.
Minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Now the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
2nd and 10. Now McCarthy.
Escaping the pressure right.
Come on, just fucking possession catch that bitch.
Over in that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, They're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Throw left side complete. That's Peterson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Didn't even put his hands up. Like, that's a perfect pass, and he just doesn't even fucking put his hands up. Doesn't even try it. Like, he doesn't even try to tiptoe. It's fucking...
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 3. To the air again, McCarthy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Not too many teams will use a 1st-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Second and 6. And complete on the right side to Bennett. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. McCarthy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Well, that's a horseballer and a half.
And down at the 28. The Browns drive about to get started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they get him down but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Bijan Robinson
With career touchdown number 91, he joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to
Dude,
add on.
if you did not have Bijan Robinson, you would be so cooked.
Down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Up the middle they go. It's Pearson.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Buying time to his left. And the ball is knocked out.
Dude, there's no way. How am I not sliding there? Are you kidding me?
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coach
Boom, throw it.
him about diving or extending
Slide.
for this exact
Nope,
reason.
doesn't even fucking try. My God.
So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll run it here. This is Rodgers. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the
Where are my
catch.
fucking
Able to convert on
vertical
3rd and
hooks?
14, a
Why are
terrific
they
play
not
call.
there? It's cover 4.
Aggressive on offense
We're
because
at
to me,
15
this
yards.
drive
What are you
is what is
doing?
known as a put-away drive. You score
Like, you're
here,
just
that
fucking
might put
taking
this one
off,
to bed.
man.
I like the fact that
You're
they're
not
playing
even
with
anywhere near the
confidence
fucking
and not
play.
playing with fear.
This game's over. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time. Keep clock.
Robinson up the middle.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 123 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he loses the football.
But he gets it. Are you kidding me? Come on.
He's able to
This
recover
game's
his own
ridiculous.
fumble, or that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated.
He was
with himself.
definitely down.
What do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run again here with Robinson. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Silverman.
What is he doing? What is that guy doing?
A great play there.
He let it just go over his head. Like, where else are you going to guard? There's not even anyone to guard.
Closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap.
Like, there's no one near you. Where else are you going to guard?
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Oliver. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Over the middle, complete. It's Bennett. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Like, what are you waiting for? You have 5 seconds. Like, why are you fucking taking your good old fucking sweet time?
The Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing again, McCarthy.
That goes through your hands.
Complete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught. And it'll be a big hit at the end of this one, but it's also a big play as he's able to hang on to the football.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here's McCarthy.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Next, the score, Browns 38, Vikings 28.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
There's Robinson showing the flash.
Oh, that one well designed.
Yeah,
as he'll take
it's literally
this
the entire
line.
offense.
143 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
I was expecting the burst.
Great effort there. 35 yards.
And the Browns are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Completes it to Coleman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Throwing is McCarthy.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To the air with McCarthy.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Browns,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.